go. Love these shows. These are my favorite ones. I get excited about it, right? I really do. I get happy like a kid at Christmas or something.
Okay.
Right? Pardon Carla, you know, she's done really well today. She's taught lessons for the first half of the day and played a little tennis with one of our friends from Ohio. I'll give him a quick shout out. Actually, let's give Dave Raines a shout out when the show. We're gonna do another show after this one and talk about all the matches and our feelings on this very interesting French Open, to say the least. It's kind of weird, doesn't it feel like a weird French Open? Is it like
no,
weird?
There's always drama.
It's like odd.
No, there's always drama.
All right, if we cut out during this video, we will start another one. This is an important video. There's a lot of cash on the table. There's new tennis rackets on the table. There is an original 2007 Babolat Pure Aero on the table. If it were me winning the prizes, I would take this one. Even if I didn't play, I would save it for maybe another 10 years and then sell it on eBay. Cha-ching! And I'm giving one of these away. So that would be the wise investment, in my opinion. Do you agree or disagree?
I agree.
It's really worth that investment.
I like holding on to stuff and then hold on to it for a while.
All right. If we cut out, stay tuned. What I'm going to do is I'm going to read off every player on the fantasy team, and what I'm going to name is how many points they have, and how many points they have, and how many players they have out. I have already removed some names from competition because, look, there is somebody that's perfect, hasn't lost one player, and it's through the first round of the French Open, and they don't have Sloane Stephens that's still playing.
You gotta feel bad for Suarez, though. She had match points. She had possibilities.
We'll talk about that tonight. We've got the match recording now. We watched it up until now. We have a recording. It was 4-4 in the second.
Don't waste your time watching it.
Look, if you know the score, tell us, because there's a couple people's scores that I had to make with her winning or with her losing, and that's pretty important to a couple of you. So make sure that if she wins, tell me, and I'll tally it up while we're doing this now. So I'm going to read every fantasy team players, how many players they have out, and how many points they have now. And I will at the end read who I took out of competition. Okay, me, Justin. I have Sloane Stephens. So if Sloane Stephens loses, I'll have 26 points with 4 players out. If Sloane Stephens wins, I will have 28 points and only 3 players out.
Well, Stephens won.
Okay, Stephens won. So thank you. I have now 28 points with 3 players left. Remember that, and I'm going to start flying through it. Carla has 24 points with 4 players out. Okay?
This is because of Kvitova?
Yeah, and you had her for your racket giveaway. I get you weren't going to win your own racket, but if you were, you would have lost it. Maybe that means you need to, like, I don't know, do something for me every once in a while.
Thank you, Michael. He says, I love your hair. I'm going to actually dye it back to my natural color, and I'm going to stick with my natural color.
And Mike, you better be around for later, because I'm just flying through scores and we're done. And Carla and I have been writing and kind of coming up with some different stuff to talk about. And then there's always your stuff. Bring up anything you want now, but we are going to do a whole different thing. Okay, Adam Gardea. Adam Gardea has 21 points and only 3 players out. Well, why does he only have 23 points or 21 points if he has 3 players? If he only has 3 players out, it's because he has a lot of 1-point players. He'll start to gain traction in the second week because of that. So don't pay attention too much to the scores in the first round if you have a lot of 2-point players, because, or excuse me, 1-point players, because it's week 2 when all the 2-point players are gone that your 1 points will start adding up. Beth, welcome Beth, her first attempt. She has 20 points with 5 players out. If you have like 5 or 6 players out, you're probably on the outside looking in, just saying. Brandon Kobayashi has 19 points and 6 out. I think I should have torn this one out earlier because I have people with that. Yeah. So I'm not taking your name out of keeping up with score. I have to do that for the tennis racket giveaway if you are still involved in it. I tuck them back here and then go back to them in case it's really close at the end. Okay, the next player, Jose P. Jose P has 23 points and 5 players out. And again, and if you have 5 or 6 players out at this point in the round 1, you're definitely on the outside looking in. Alex Couillard, good showing for him. He has a lot of 2-point players that all won, and he has a perfect men's team. He hasn't lost anybody on the men's team, and he has 28 points with 3 players out. So he's very much up there, like in golf, they have a leaderboard, like a bunch of players. He's in contention. The next player, 23 Famez, he has 22 points and 5 players out. Tough on the outside looking in, and he lost both of his 3-point qualifier / wild card, so a tough battle for him. Next player shout out, let's go! Sister to Queen. Soldier, always. Roses are red, violets are blue. Sister to Queen, much love to you. Doing big things right here. She has Sloane Stephens 1, so she has 29 points and only 1 player out.
That's a good pick.
Let's go. Sister to Queen out west, being the best. Let's go. Okay, so Canadian Tennis Fan is the next competitor. Canadian Tennis Fan has 24 points and only 3 players out. So he's kind of heavy on the 1-point players on the men's side, a couple on the lower side. So again, some of the scores will be offset because of that in week 1. The next one, good for him. A lot of you have given this guy grief over.
You added Djokovic's point already?
I've already added Djokovic. I added Djokovic when I got up this morning beating Sandgren. And what did he beat him? Bagel fry?
No, it's like 2. I don't know.
Is the match over yet?
No.
Okay. All right. This next competitor has been getting grief for quite a while for different reasons, but he's actually competing very well here on the fantasy team. He's on the leaderboard. He has 22 points, 22, and his name is I obviously know my tennis. He's doing much better now than he has before, so he's definitely getting better. He has 22 points and 4 out. He's not on the outside looking in. He's not on the top of the leaderboard, but he's in contention. Okay. Next player, Hitchhiker, big time Federer fan. Let's go, Hitchhiker. Hitchhiker's doing really well too. He selected a lot of 2-point players, lost a couple of them, but is doing really well. He has 4 players out and 26 points. Gene Swart, what's up? Is Gene Swart out there? Mm-hmm. Let's get down, Gene Swart.
I'm trying not to cough. Anybody has a solution for that? Besides like telling yourself don't cough.
Gene Swart.
Anybody home remedies for itchy throat and not coughing? I'm like concentrating mentally. Don't cough.
Yeah, we're like playing today. We're playing doubles and
I didn't play. I couldn't play.
Yeah, we were, and she was sitting on the other side of the court or 2 courts over there as to not, spread this whatever. She's good. It's not like that. You get what I'm getting at. She just got.
I don't have coronavirus, man.
Yeah, it's not that. No. She's just one of those things. Okay, Gene Swart. What's up, Gene Swart? Gene Swart. His best performance to date for sure. Remember, this is the French Open, Roland Garros, and it's a really difficult tournament to pick if you're not on your game. And that he is. So Gene Swart has 26 points with only 3 players out. And again, if you have 0 to 3, 4 players out right now, you're very much in the thick of it because a lot of you don't have the same players. So like Gene Swart has Casper Ruud, and someone else may have Zverev. I don't recall if they can meet, but if that happened, then Gene Swart would keep getting points, and those who had Zverev would not. You get the metaphor, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so Gene Swart has 26 points, 3 out. Let's go.
You need to scratch that though.
Scratch who?
Kvitova.
Well, she won her first round. By the way, Kvitova pulled out of the tournament. We're going to talk about that next. But she still won her first round match.
Yeah.
So I still have to give him his point.
Right,
She won the match. So it's just going to be 0 for Kvitova moving forward, right?
Scratch.
But
okay. I'm saving you time.
Okay, so yeah, well, Gene Swart as of now, because Kvitova pulling out, I didn't put that in here now, but he has 26 points with 4 players out, and that's still very, very good. Okay, because a lot of other people have Kvitova. Just saying. All right, next player, Zest for Life. When you see this, what do you think about?
Zest for Life. So.
I'm not fully clean unless I'm fully clean. All right, Zest soap. Okay, here we go. Next competitor, Zest for Life. Sloane Stephens 1. He had Sloane. Let's get down. So he has 25 points and only 3 players out. It's pretty good. Gene, he went one up on you there a little bit. All right, next one, Dusan Dramakanin. He has 5 players out and 21 points. He's on the outside looking in. By the way, Dushan is the fine young man that does our Excel version of this. And it's going to be these handwritten scores that are going to be compared to the computerized scores that I still don't have 100% faith in, but hopefully after this one we do. And if so, we'll just be able to point and click on Dushan's Excel sheet. Let's go. Excel is like quantum physics to me, but that's just me. Okay, next player, Kenneth Chow. Kenneth Chow always does really beastly at this. He's played for a while, and he's consistent. I don't think he's won the major yet, but I think he's been knocking for a long time. Am I right? Kenneth Chow is always right there.
I'm laughing at William Spencer here.
William Spencer, stay
He says
tuned.
4 out he has. Thank heavens my hometown's one step closer to not see me run naked. Laugh out loud. And I said, maybe you'll get a girl like that. And he said, where I live, I'm likely to attract a bloke.
You might have said your drink.
Yeah.
Well, no, you're.
A bloke means guy.
Yeah, and what's the opposite of bloke? You can see it in Outback restaurants. Bloke, and instead of men on the men's room and women's, it says bloke, and what's the opposite?
I don't know.
You ever been to an Outback steakhouse?
No, long time ago.
There's an Outback steakhouse in the U.S. It's where you go eat, like steak or other things too. Not a bad place. And you walk in, and instead of like you go to the men's room, like, yo, where's your bathroom at? And they're like, over there. And you walk there, and you're like confused for a second because you don't see men or women. You see blokes and blank.
Yeah, I've never heard of it either, Alex. We are.
Okay. Kenneth Chow has 24 points and only 3 players out. Kenneth Chow decided to go heavy on the 1-point players. All 4 selected on the men's side: Djokovic, Zverev, Thiem, Tsitsipas. The Thiem loss hurt him because it took an entire player out with 0 points. That hurts. Anyway, but all in all, his women's team is perfect. He has Barty, Swiatek, Kvitova pulled out, so he's got a point for her win, but a 0 in the next round. But he has 24 players, or 24 points, and 4 with Kvitova out. All right. Next player is Casper, aka Dedseville. You want to get that door?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So we have people here that are working on the house, and they have to come in and out to do some measurements and stuff. So no big deal. Okay, so the next player is Casper, aka Dedseville. He's in Poland, and he has an absolutely beautiful team with 26 points and only 3 players out. Now Casper has won this before. He's won it actually a couple of times. How many times has he won this? Mom being mom. Hey, will you go ahead, Carla? Carla, will you handle that? Go ahead.
Where's the door?
Anyway, so conundrum with builders here. You got like your doors open, private things, and you don't want to like get in your stuff. Okay, Casper, aka Dedseville, has won this I think 2 or 3 times before, and he has 26 points, 3 players out. Has a almost perfect men's team, only lost Sonego, and an almost perfect women's team, and he only lost Serrano. So once again, he is trying to win this French Open. I think he won the French Open last year, followed by the U.S. Open. Not last year, but 2019 or 18, I forget. But he's won multiple majors. Okay, William Spencer, what's up? William Spencer, if you have a leaderboard right now, 1 through, like 35, I think in total are playing, William Spencer would be number 2. I will get to the number 1 person here momentarily. But William Spencer has an absolutely perfect men's team. Beautifully done. Nadal, Djokovic, Tsitsipas. Like Carla said, how can you go wrong? Followed by De Minaur, Fritz, Karatsev, Opelka, Garen, and Alcaraz. On his women's side, he's beautiful as well. Swiatek, Barty, Badosa, Kudermentova, Krejcikova, Garcia, Frenchman or Frenchwoman, let's get down. Coco Gauff, Jessica Pegula, and he chose Arua Verena, the qualifier, and she lost. So 1 player down, 30 points, big time. He's looking like he wants to win his 3rd major. Next player, very much alive, foot fault tennis. Foot fault tennis has 26 points and only 3 players out. Only 1 player out, or 2 players out on the men's side, and only 1 player out on the women's side. He's, sitting right around that, tied for 3rd with about 5 other people. This guy, 1,000. Let's go. This guy 1000 is someone I have a second bet with. I bet this guy 1000 $10 US at 10-1 odds that Roger Federer would never win another major prior to his retirement. So with that said, if this guy 1000 were to have Roger win another major before he retired, then this guy 1000 would pocket $10 to the 10th, or excuse me, 10-1 odds on $10, which would give him $100. So hopefully Federer will, this is the thing. I hope he does, but I hope he doesn't. Not because of this guy.
Mm-hmm.
Did you get that?
Mm-hmm.
See, I was just speaking, and I was like, because of this guy, but that's his name.
This guy 1000.
All right, he is doing very well. 23 players, but 5 out on the outside looking in here. JMP 1966, 24 points, 4 out. Doing really well, but again, 4, 5, 6, you're on the outside looking in. What it's going to come down to for JMP 1966 is this. He chose Mackenzie McDonald as his 3-point player. Could you imagine if Mackenzie McDonald won a couple more rounds? Mm-hmm. He would be in contention, like on the second day of a golf tournament. Mm-hmm. You play like shit one day, you come out, you drop some bombs the next day, and all of a sudden you're back in the thick of it. He can do that. I think he's the only person that chose McDonald. I think. I'm kind of shocked he chose him in the first place, but it worked.
He had a good draw, that's why.
Okay. Looney Vids. Let's go Looney Vids. Looney Vids, I'll wait for his shout out later on the next show.
Did the guy ask lads and lasses?
Who?
Is that what you were referring to?
Who?
Lads and lasses.
Lads and lasses. What is that? That didn't make any sense. Who?
You said bloke.
Oh no. You could probably go to Google and put what does the signs at Outback Steakhouse in the United States mean? I'm sure it's going to say blokes. I mean, you go in there and it's not like mamacita at a Spanish place. It's not like el and la. It's not like El Nino or, La Chica or something.
Okay.
It's something, it's probably Aborigine or something. I don't know.
Okay, cool.
Okay, Looney Vids has 26 points and only 3 players out. Now I'm getting down to the beast guy here in a second. All right. A first-time player to this...
Sorry.
A first time, I get used to it. Did you know what we did yesterday? And I never told you. Yesterday was our 500th show. 500. If you go to our 5K tennis playlist where all of the shows are just jumbled up in one list, yesterday made 500. It's a lot.
That is a lot.
It's a damn lot. And most of them are like an hour and a half. It's a lot of damn work. All right, let's go.
Yeah.
No one thinks about second place. Let's be first place. Stop playing so damn much. Be Riding High, first time appearance, has 27 points and only 1 player out. One. And let me make sure I add Sloan because he got hurt just now. 27 points, 1 player out. 4, 6, 7, or 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 21, 23, 25, 27. Yes, 27 points and only 1 player out. Now, right now, we're doing a drum roll. Colatelli. Colatelli.
Oh, this is the person with the perfect draw?
Colatelli. The French Open. We've done this now for 3 years. French Open first round. Perfect. He's lost no one. Let's mention his team. Or her. Could be she. Nadal, Sinner, Tsitsipas, Karen Khachanov, Christian Garin, Taylor Fritz, Alex de Minaur, Karatsev, and Alcaraz. Women's side. Osaka, no. Oh, but did she win her first round match? So he's perfect through the first round, though. Hold on, I gotta.
She withdrew. Ethan, this is not the regular live show. This is just about the scores. It's not about the live show. This one is just those people that play fantasy group. We're gonna do the other show, the normal show, at the end of the day.
This is Ethan's hat.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we're just doing a brief score on the rundowns. When this gets done, we're gonna hit stop. I'll make a new thumbnail. We'll compare notes and talk about where we're gonna go with it. And anyway, we're gonna do that right after this one.
Right.
We'll take a break for like an hour or maybe 2 or something like that, and then we're gonna start right back up. Colatelli. Again, Ethan DA's hat. See it?
Keep that hat. He said, keep that hat. He looks badass.
That's right. All right. So usually I have glasses on my head because I'm on the court all day.
It's 2 a.m. Jeez, go to sleep.
Where is it? 2 a.m.
Checker.
Must be in India. Maybe. India? It's probably about right. Okay, anyway, we're almost at the end. Colatelli's team. Nadal, center, Tsitsipas. Karen Khachanov, Christian Garin, Taylor Fritz, Alex de Minaur, Karatsev, and Alcaraz. What's Karatsev's first name? I hate when I don't know someone's first name. Women's team. She won her match. He'll have one out starting the second round, but she got through the first round perfect. So I'm giving credit where credit is due. That's it. Osaka, Vondrousova, Barty, Sakari.
Yeah. Aslan is his first name.
Thank you very much. Who said that?
Gene and Alex.
Thank you, Gene and Alex. I should have known that. I'm slacking, no doubt. Okay, Osaka, Vondrousova, Barty, Sakari, Keys, Pagula, Kontaveit, Rybakina, and then the off-the-wall Lechenko. I mean, great job there. He dug deep. He has 31 points and 0 out. However, he does have Osaka out, so starting round 2, he'll already be, or not already, that's highly respectable. Like, I'm shaking your hand at the net. Like, really great match. You played that really well. But he has 4 one-point players on the women's side and 3 one-point players on the women's side. So if he loses one of those players, and I'm talking Nadal, center, Tsitsipas, or he lost Osaka already, Vondrousova, whatever, Barty, Sakari. If he loses one of these 5, 1, 2, 3, if he loses one of these 5 players before week 2, it's going to hurt. Especially if someone's 2-point players move on into the second week. So the first round's fun, but very well done. But it doesn't really mean very much yet. But with that many points in round 1, great job. My box is cheering for you. Next player, Stefan Nizovic, longtime viewer, like OG, like been out there. I think he's in Serbia. I'm fairly certain. He's playing really, really, really well too. He only has 2 players out, but check out his team. Nadal, Djokovic, Tsitsipas. Karatsev, he lost Sonego, as well as a ton of you. I told you about Sonego. I told you he was hot garbage.
Yeah,
I told you that.
Yeah.
No one listened. Just picked him anyway. I mean, the Djokovic thing was a gift. A gift. Djokovic was like, here, Merry Christmas. I'm going to give it to you in my backyard. Here. You have it. I'm going home. Tired.
Alrighty.
Anyway. Taylor Fritz, Cecchinato, Garin, and Alcaraz. Women's side, Swiatek, Osaka. Martic, okay, tough loss, but a lot of you had her as well. Rybakina, Pagula, Alexandrova, Jabeur, and once again, off the wall, Lechenko. Can you believe this? Amazing.
How many more we got?
Like 2. Last 2. Patrick Young has 24 points and 4 out. When you have multiple out, and Sister the Queen and William Spencer, they're hitting hard. Philly Cheese Dog has 24 points and 4 players out. Furzy09 has 24 points and 4 players out. That's the team. The people I have eliminated from competition, at least for now, I still have them. Matt Cain, much love. Love you, bro. Really good guy and a great musician. However, you will not be winning your second tennis racket. He's won this before. 4249. My pen just exploded in my hand. Did you see that? 4249 Mukesh. He has 8 players out in round 1. It's impossible to come back from that. Good luck. Hope to see you again. You never know. I mean, there's 2 players on a tennis court. Someone's got to lose, and 8 of your players lost out of 18 in round 1. Tough roll. Sophie, 27-27. Great attempt. You did very well, but you have 7 players out with only 17 points, and most of the players you have, other people have. Jack Nolte, soldier out there. Only 15 points with 7 players out. It really tough to come back from that, especially with people that are perfect. Well, less Osaka now. Anyway.
Matt, I think you're out too.
Yeah, Matt Cain, yes. Matt Cain, I just mentioned you more than likely won't be winning your second tennis racket, and that you're a wonderful person, as you already know. So that's, tennis racket giveaway. And then we'll stop here, break for about an hour, hour and a half. I got to start cooking. And then I'll put it in the oven, and then we'll come back and do our other one. Tennis racket giveaway. I'm not going to read all the names. If I read all your names, you've been eliminated from it. How about that? I'll make it quicker. Okay? We had 37 total people that put down names for the tennis racket giveaway.
I told you guys he would lose to Steffi.
Okay? Carla is out. She wouldn't win it anyway. Kvitov is gone. Brandon Kobayashi, who is on the fantasy team as well, but Andreescu dipped out. Jack Nolte had Rublev. He's axed. Matt Cain, love you, my friend. I would love to see another video with that Wilson Byrne one so I can see if you're actually improving on the tennis court. Matt Cain had Tien. He's out. Alex Obed. I never heard from him on his fantasy team, but he had Kvitova. She's out. All those are perfect. I obviously know my tennis. Had Tien gone. Gene Swart, man, I really wanted to send it to you. I really did. But he lost Kvitova. You're still alive in fantasy team, though. Dead Seville Casper in Poland is gone. He had Osaka. This guy 1,000. Hopefully, I don't have to pay him $100 if Federer wins another major. He had Tien. JMP 1966 had Kvitova, gone. Colatelli, who is absolutely perfect, left Osaka in round 2. For the fantasy team, he had Osaka. Stefan Nizovic, what's up in Serbia, had Osaka. And the last 3 people, Philly Cheese Dog had Osaka, Furzy09 had Andreescu, and 4249 had Tien. That's it.
Cool.
Put my work in. I'm ready to chill for a minute, and then we'll start back.
All right, guys. See you in a bit.
See ya.